Happy Mother's Day! This is the last episode of Mother's Day Special by MGN. We call this series Mga Freelancing Ina. This series is extra special kasi we're celebrating the real MVPs. Moms who do the work, show the love, and chase the dream. Yung habang nagpapalit ng diaper, may pa-reply sa client. Habang nagluluto, nag-iisip na ng next business plan. At kahit minsan gusto na lang humilata, may meeting pa rin sa calendar. Hindi madali, pero tuloy pa rin. Kasi ganun magmahal ang isang ina. And for this episode, excited kami pakilala ang guest natin. Isa siyang social media marketing coach, owner of 3 food businesses, and marketing agency owner. Let's find out how she started from scratch. At ano yung mga natutunan niya over the years as a mompreneur. Let's welcome Coach Thea Peralta.
So, happy May sa ating lahat. So, super bilis ng panahon. Nasa May na tayo, ladies and gents. And ito na ang ating last episode for our Mother's Day special, this 2025. And we have our special guest, the one and only Coach Tay. So, yan. Coach Tay, please introduce yourself to our audiences.
Thank you, Jabel. So, hi everyone. I'm Thea, and currently I'm a digital marketer focusing on full funnel strategy for coaches. But I started as a social media manager 5 years ago. Then I transitioned to coaching for social media managers as well. And right now I also run 3 food businesses. So one is a steakhouse, the other one is a pizza and wine house, and the third one is a yogurt shop. And lastly, since we're talking about motherhood, I also have 2 small kids. Yeah, 2 small kids under
Paano kami sasabihin pa si
7.
Coach? Go.
Sabi ko,
Okay, Coach.
galing mo. Ang dami no. 3 food
Nagulat din ako.
business.
Mahirap
Oo,
mag-run ng food
so,
business. I
yes.
admire.
Parang sa lahat ng business, ayan yung ayokong event.
Same. Kahit nag-work ka.
Alam mo yung parang tatagal ka lang dahil passion mo siya. Passion mo siya, Coach?
Medyo, hindi ko siya masabi na full passion ko, pero it's one of my passions. Kasi I consider myself as a multi-passionate person. Siguro, na it's a type of crazy na I'm in. Kasi sabi nga nila, pag magbe-business ka ng food, baliw lang yung magtutuloy. So, ako
Yes.
I like na, gusto ko yung kabaliwan na yun.
Yeah, super agree. Kasi imagine mo, ang lakas ng ops expense doon. Operational expense.
Malaki.
Yeah, and then yung...
Inventory pa. Ang hirap mag-manage.
Tapos magmamanage ka pa ng tao, B. Diba? Tapos magmamanage pa siya ng household niya and ng anak niya and ng other businesses niya. Wow, I admire. Galing.
Thank you.
So, ayun. Kinuha ko lang yung spot mo, Jubel. So, sorry.
Grabe na ako. Na-amaze ako kasi dito pa lang kita nyo agad na risk taker tsaka action taker si Coach. Talagang laban kung laban. So, ayan, Coach. Ready ka na ba sa first set of questions?
Yes.
Ayan. Miss Universe na, Char. So, ayan. So, ito, first question natin is, what was your dream as a child and how did this evolve over time?
Okay, so, grabe, Miss Universe talaga.
Yes.
Miss Universe yung question. So, ako talaga, ever since I was a child, gusto ko talaga mag-business. So, kahit ano sabihin ng mga tao sa akin, even my parents, kasi both of my parents were bank managers. Tapos, towards college, they saw me na, ay, magaling ka sa math, magaling ka sa accounting. Baka pwede ka mag-accountancy and you can become a banker too. So, yeah, like initially, nag-change siya na siguro grade school, high school, na hey, I think I also want to be a bank manager. But eventually, the thing with me is that, nung college ako, I'm a major shifter. So, in-explore ko talaga kung ano yung gusto ko. So, initially, I was taking up economics. Tapos, I realized na ayoko yung career path. Then, I took up marketing. Oh, hindi. I took up entrepreneurship. I really love that course. But yun natapos ko talaga was marketing. So, marketing yung final na binagsak ko. So, yeah, ending, I fell in love with marketing, which is why I consider it as my profession. But, yun na, I still went back to my childhood dream, which is to be a business owner, yun, business talaga. Kasi matagal ko na siyang pangarap. So, happy ako na yun pa rin yung pinuntahan ko and I get to pursue my profession as well.
Galing. Nung bata ka ba, coach, may specific business ka ba in mind na gusto mong tahakin nung bata ka?
Yeah, oo, actually, gusto ko talaga noon pa, food business. And
Galing.
growing up kasi, akala ko madali siya. And I know na yung parents ko, they're well off. So I was always telling them na, uy, ma, may nag-close na shop dito. This is for rent. What if we lease it, tapos we turn it into something? Yun talaga yung sinasuggest ko sa kanila. Tapos sasabihin nila, ay, hindi, mahirap mag-business. It's gonna be
Mm.
things like that. Walang magbabantay ng shop. Until, parang when I got older, tapos I had the cash, parang ang dali na lang yung gawin. So, oo, actually, yun talaga, food business talaga yung gusto ko when I was young.
Ang galing kasi nakuha mo siya ngayon in this current age mo na.
Yes.
Nung bata ka pa, nagbebenta ka ba ng mga, kunyari, mga candy sa mga klase mo, sa mga friends mo?
Ay, ang dami. I remember a story. Kasi, I think I was college ako nun. Ay, hindi. In high school, I was selling like mga clothes. Tapos na
Mm.
nag-college ako, I started baking. Nung
Wow.
I started baking crinkles, tapos cookies. So,
Sarap.
oo,
Pagkain talaga siya.
nagustuhan siya ng mga kaklase ko until they were always asking, "Oy, do you have crinkles? Do you have cookies?" So, yun nangyari, okay, araw-araw ako may dalang bag of crinkles. So, I was in college. Tapos, di ba yung course ko, entrepreneurship. Yung nakakainis kasi, one of my teachers, napansin niya, ba't lagi ako nagsisell? Eh, lagi nga may order. So, paano yun? I won't take their money. Eh, gusto ko ng extra cash, di ba? So,
Oo.
yun, sabi niya, parang nagparinig siya. I think it was one of my entrepreneurship classes. Sabi niya, na when you do business, you shouldn't peddle. Like, hindi ka nagbebenta sa street, naglalako, asking people to buy from you. You do business with integrity. Tapos, yung mga classmate ko, nagbubulungan sila na, hala, si Thea, siya yun. Tapos ako, shocks ako nga yun. Kasi yung teacher na yun, sinasabi niya, she can't even look at me in the eye. Tapos gusto kong mag-stand up na, hey, what's your problem? Tapos yun,
Grabe naman.
nakakainis.
Insecure.
Yeah. Na parang, that's why we're taking up entrepreneurship. Tapos they were telling me
Mm.
that teacher ko mismo, she was telling me that I was peddling. So, ayun, pero tinuloy ko pa rin, nagbenta pa rin ako. Tapos,
Yes.
eventually, yun, I started supplying wedding souvenirs. Tapos, hindi ko tinuloy mag-bake. Kasi, yun na, with my daughter, yung firstborn ko,
Mm.
nung lumabas siya, na-realize ko, okay, ang trabaho mag-bake. Sabi ko, parang hindi ko ata kakayanin. So,
Mm.
ayun, yun yung mga early stages ko.
Gusto ko yung pinush mo pa rin, kahit ano masabihin ng prof mo. And, totoo din yung baking, ang hirap niya. Kasi yung sister ko, nagbe-bake din siya. Ang dami din process, kaya parang
Yes.
napagod sila. So,
Oo,
ayan.
makakapagod
Alay,
talaga.
sige.
Yeah.
Sila, ibig sasabihin nata.
Naisip ko lang to add to that, ang weird kasi, usually, yung mga big business owners na kilala today, they started doing the weirdest and the hardest things na kagaya niya, naglalako. 'Di ba si Henry C nga daw nagpapolish lang ng shoes sa daan.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
like, yung selling crinkles, mas social na ngayon kasi crinkles yung
Oh,
binibenta
yeah.
niya. 'Di ba? Girl, di ka ba proud na parang
True.
minamaximize na kung ano yung meron siya
At siya pa
or
yung nag-bake, di
something.
ba?
Yeah.
Oo.
Yeah. Tapos ang hirap kaya mag-bake. Magpe-prepare ka na ng ingredients. So palang pagod ka na. Maglilinis ka pa after, be. After mong maghalo-halo ng everything.
Yeah.
Yan. Anyway, go na, Jabel.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Coach. So, for the second question, what inspired you to start your freelance journey or passion project? And what did the beginning really look like?
Freelance journey or passion, siguro freelance journey muna. So,
Sige.
actually, hindi ko dream mag-freelance unlike others na
Mm.
gusto mag-work from home. It happened kasi, yun na, napanganak yung firstborn ko. So, naghiwalay kasi kami ng father niya, tapos I had to stand up as a single mom for her when she was little.
Mhm.
So, anong nangyari, it's like, of course, the business person in me, yung ginawa ko na nagsell ako ng ukay.
Mhm.
Para lang, hey, so we can buy additional needs for her, mga clothes, milk, pagkain namin. Pero I was still staying in my parents' house. Tapos, until yung dad ko sinuggest niya, oy, try mo mag-work from home job. So, trinay ko nga. Initially, nag-start ako nag-apply ako sa mga ESL.
Mhm.
Tapos, hindi ako nakapasok. Ewan ko,
Bakit?
siguro pangit yung equipment ko. Hindi pasado yung
Okay.
speed ng PC ko, yung internet namin. Ewan ko, baka yun yung reason. O kaya hindi talaga ako magaling magturo, magdadaldal. So, ang ending, I tried applying sa, mga social media manager jobs.
Mhm. Mga
Nakita ko
anong year to,
sa
coach?
this was 2018.
Okay.
2018. So, yung mga nakita ko sa mga Facebook, Instagram, yung mga job listing. I tried online job sites. Pero nahirapan ako. So, ang ginawa ko, busy mom, syempre. I was breastfeeding my panganay pa nun. Sabi ko, sige, try natin. So, I just posted sa Instagram. Tapos uso pa nun. Wala pa kasing reels nun eh. Alam mo yung
Oo.
graphics lang. Yung mga graphics lang. Tapos
Yes.
picture mo, okay, Canva natin. And it was like good quality content na yun Good content na siya 5, 6 years ago. Oh, oo nga, 6 years ago na yun. Tapos,
Magala, no?
oo, tagal na pala. Eventually, parang someone reached out to me, na-follow ko siya na, hey, are you open to accepting clients? And ako naman, yes, of course, let's hop on a call. And after nun, so after we hop on a call, he asked how much I was charging. Sabi ko, it was $500 a month. And you get content 5 days in a week. Tapos yun, it was an easy yes. Tapos ako, hindi pa rin ako makapaniwala na, ganun lang pala yun? Kaya ko pala. So
Ang
I was
galing.
nervous. Tapos yun, dun na nag-start until sunod-sunod na. So, in my, siguro first month of doing that, nakakuha ko ng 3 clients.
Wow.
One was, yun na, the $500 per month. Yung sumunod, it was a blogger. So, hourly rate ako doon.
Mhm.
Ang liit pa na hourly rate na, $3 lang.
Mm.
Tapos yung isa, it was also part-time. So, it was an agency. So, 4 hours in a day, tinatrabaho ko. Tapos, rate ko sa kanya was $4 per hour. So, small beginnings. Pero, if I
Mm.
look back, say ko, okay, that's really good money. Even ako, say ko, pag nagsisimula ako, that's good money na.
Yun din, oh, actually, kahit maliit na amount lang talaga pag simula ka, okay na sa'yo eh.
Yeah.
Basta kumikita ka and you learn along the process. May question na ako, Coach Day. Saan ka natuto ng social media marketing and management nung nagsisimula ka?
Initially, meron kasi akong, mahilig kasi talaga ako sa Instagram, tambay ako. It was the time na
Mm.
Kylie Jenner pa yung sikat, gano'n. Tapos, yung mga selfie-selfie niya, yung mga Kylie lip kit. So, I was so
Yes.
interested. Then, customize ako ng feed ko. Dapat maganda. Yung
Mm-mm.
uso pa ng VSCO editing app. Oo. So, ayan, doon ako nag-start. Tapos I was following like, may nakita lang ako, taga-US siya eh. I forgot the person. Tapos, nagpo-post lang siya about social media marketing. Sabi ko, why not? Try ko kaya tong gayahin. Tapos,
Mm.
sabi ko, okay, sige, package tayo ng services. Tapos, try natin mag-post-post. Kasi ako, feeling ko kaya ko eh. Kasi I had this, yun na, nagsasell ako ng ukay before. Tapos, medyo malakas pa yung ukay na binebenta namin before. That's through Instagram. So, sabi ko, okay, I can make sales from there. Feeling ko kaya ko rin tong gawin for other businesses. So, doon, parang nag-spark lang yung interest ko na, okay,
Mhm.
nagawa ng iba. Maybe I can start selling services as well. So, doon ako nag, doon ako nag-start.
Ang galing. Nag-start
Mhm.
lang talaga siya sa ano, no, sa fashion. Parang lakas din ng loob,
Oo.
I would say.
Ano,
Galing.
tambay online.
Eh, tsaka may
Galing.
napansin akong pattern kay Coach Tammy. Ang galing niyang sumabay sa trend nang hindi pa
Yes.
strategize dati. 'Di ba wala pa namang courses masyado before?
Oo,
Yung
wala pa.
nung ukay kasi naalala ko 2018, tambay ako ng tindahan ng ukay. Mahilig ako mamili ng ukay-ukay. Kasi mga kasama ko, yung mga ano, yung mga English spokener, mga aircon baby girls. Yun yung mga, kasi mga funny sila. So, ukay sa Cubao, kapag ka after class, usong-uso, ang daming namimili ng ukay compared ngayon kasi nagka-COVID na, di ba? Pero prior, 2018, yan yung peak ng ukay. Tapos coach, yun
Yeah.
yung nag-uukay online sell ka. And then, yun din yung usong-uso din yung SMM back then. So, parang sabi ko, galing sa ni Coach Tay sa trend.
Thanks. Tambay lang. Tambay lang yan sa bahay.
Ang galing. I love it. I love it yung ano, how you started your freelance journey. So, next question, coach, is, have you ever asked yourself, kaya ko ba to? What was happening during that time? Nung nasabi mo yun sa sarili mo?
Actually, a lot of times. And I still do right now. Lagi
Mhm.
ko tinatanong, ang taas na ako. Minsan mataas talaga yung self-doubt ko. Kahit hanggang ngayon. Kasi 'di ba, in our freelance journey, kasi even right now, even though I have multiple businesses, I still do digital marketing. So, actively prospecting, actively accepting clients, ganon. So, uh, before, yung, di ba when I got clients, yung pinaka-worry ko that time was like, paano pag nawala sila? So, magsisikap na naman ako. What if like, yun, mawala ka ng job, mawala yung isang client. So, I was like second guessing myself na, kaya ko ba ulit gawin to? Or did I just get lucky? Yun yung biggest question ko to myself. And that time, siguro, yun din siguro a year later, na nakita ko yung mga iba na nagpo-post na bakit they are earning six figures online. Ganon. So, nababisit ako. Sabi ko, bakit ako? Tatlo yung client ko. Hindi naman six figure. Paano nila nagagawa? Eh, di ang daming trabaho nun. So, yung biggest limiting belief ko was that, okay, baka hindi ko kaya mag-earn din ng six figures like them. Tsaka baka, yun na, kainin yung oras ko. So, I really doubted myself, especially with finding clients, until dumating yung time na I just kept doing it na okay, we have to stay active, we have to keep on prospecting, like showing up, and at the same time, dapat hindi ako matakot mag-pitch ng services ko wherever I go. So, ayun, yun yung biggest, kaya ko ba to moment? Even until now, kasi ako hindi ako nasasawa mag-prospect eh. Pero alam niyo yung times na feeling, yung nafe-feel ko na, okay, I think this is a dry week, a dry month for me. Kasi wala tayong nakuhang client. So,
Mhm.
ayan, I doubt myself na, okay, kaya ko ba to? But I think the biggest thing that I learned with the journey is that it's so hard to lowball yourself and your offers pag alam mo yung worth mo and alam mo yung pinagdaanan mo sa journey. So it's like, it's easier to say no than to say yes. Yun yun. And even with business, like I always doubt myself na kaya ko ba to? Like when we started kasi, yung worry ko is that, okay, can I pay the rent and can I pay the people? Will I ever have enough cash flow to make this successful? That was one of my biggest kaya ko ba to moment. To give you some context, yung rent kasi namin, like, it's 22,000 initially, yung first store namin. Sabi ko, oh, ang laki.
Okay.
Sa 22,000, paano to? What if hindi kayo mag-open daily? So, I need to make 1,000 in gross sales para lang mabayan yung rent. Tapos, yung tao ko, okay, kailangan ko ng tatlong tatao. So, that's 1,500 per day. So, kaya ko ba Kaya ba ng sales ko to hit 2,500 in a day just to pay for everything? So, yun
Break
yung
even pa.
Oo, break even pa. That was my biggest worry na parang, okay, like, it's either I go big or I go broke. Yun talaga. It's really all or nothing for me. Yun yung lagi kong mindset. Okay, it's all or nothing. And since nandun na ako, okay, might as well give it my all. And eventually, parang, oh my God, I think we're almost at year 3. Wow, we're almost at year 3
Galing.
ng
Congrats.
Congrats!
physical stores. Buhay pa naman kami. There are like times na I doubt kasi parang I doubt kung kaya ko bang gawin lahat kasi 'di ba ang demanding that I'm taking care of my family. Tapos, oh my God, magka-client work pa ako. Tapos, sisilipin ko pa yung business. So, ko, shucks, kaya ba ng katawan ko? Pero, I think there are like, I don't know how people would call it. Siguro God's grace. Ewan ko, either you call it manifestation, God's grace, na parang binibigay talaga siya once you trust things that you don't expect na parang okay, a lot of times naniniwala talaga ako na what I have right now, it's it's given by the Lord na
Ang ganda.
oh, kaya siyang gawin kasi binigay yan eh. Like, He made a way for me to do this.
Ang ganda ng mga shinare ni Coach. Actually, I love it. Especially, naniwala din kasi ako na if you believe in yourself na kaya mo, talagang you'll make it eh.
Mm-mm.
Siyempre, with guidance na rin ni Lord, talagang makukuha mo yung gusto mo. So, believe ako sa'yo, Coach, na talagang napagsasabay-sabay mo lahat. Na-imagine ko, sabi ko, lalo na kayong mga moms, na-imagine ko, paano napagsasabay yung family, tas business. Sa'yo, may dalawa kang business, like physical, tsaka may digital ka pa. Sabi ko, paano napagsasabay ni Coach Tay lahat yun? So, curious ako, Coach, paano mo siya napagsasabay?
Hindi ko tinatry ipagsabay. Ay, to
Mhm.
be honest, sabi kasi nila, I mean, a lot of people will say na, oh, dapat balance lahat. Pero,
Mhm.
reality, the way I see it, parang inaccept ko na hindi talaga magiging balance lahat. So, paano ko ba siya pinagsasabay? Marami kasi akong outsourced tasks. So,
Mm.
even in the household, meron kaming yaya. So, we have our yaya to help us. Tapos, I mean, yung second ko, yung panganay ko, nagsa-school na siya. So, isipin mo, when she started schooling, I was driving her to and from school. So, parang apat na biyahe kasi in the morning, tapos uuwi ako, tapos babalik ako sa school para sunduin, tapos uuwi na naman ako. So, parang apat na trips yon for me. So, right now, we also outsource na my driver para to take her places. Tapos yun rin, nakaka-help din yung driver namin for my errands with regards sa resto na multi-location kami. Another thing is that sa digital business, we also parang, hindi ako scared mag-outsource pag hindi ko zone of genius. sige, we get this tech guy. Okay, we get this assistant for me para makaka-execute ako na maayos. And yun din, even in our restaurant, we have our manager. So, siya na yung nag-aasikaso lahat para less sakit ng ulo. Siguro what takes most of my time talaga, it's more on business. Tapos feeling ko hindi ko naman nade-deprive yung mga kids ko na, ay, laging busy si mami, lagi siyang absent, lagi siyang wala. Hindi eh. Kasi, ah, most of the time, I'm home. Siguro hati. Half of my day, either that's morning or the afternoon, nandun ako sa physical stores. But I always make sure na yung half of my day, okay, focus tayo sa family. Kasi one of my kids, yung isa is 6 years old. Oh, 6 years old siya. Tapos the other one is 2 years old. So talagang isipin mo sila yung needy na, mami, 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 mami. So ako, I want to be present for them. So I make sure na, okay, sige, in the afternoon or in the evening, sa kanila yung oras ko, like, walang kahati until they fall asleep at around 7 or 8 p.m. So, ayun, it's not balance. Most of the days, mas needy sila, lalo pag wala kaming yaya. Tapos, some of the days, needy din yung business. So, tinanggap ko na okay, hindi magiging balance. But what's important is that we make time for our priorities.
Ang ganda. Talagang set your intention o tsaka priorities in life para magawa mo lahat kung pwede mo magawa. And
Yes.
important talaga yung delegation. Kasi ngayon, kami, coach, sa agency, nag-start kami tatlo lang. Pero nung dumadami yung clients, my God, di na namin kaya. So, sabi namin, okay, mag-delegate na tayo kasi di na talaga kaya. So, ayan, malaking help talaga yung may mga other people ka na tutulong sa'yo to maintain yung business mo, tsaka ma-reach pa yung mga goals mo sa future. So, yan, Coach. Thank you so much for answering yung question number 3. So, question number 4 naman tayo. How did you overcome the fear of not being ready enough or good enough?
Fear of not being ready enough.
Yes. Or good
Ano,
enough.
feeling ko hindi ko siya struggle kasi feeling ko we'll never be ready. Yun yung motto ko sa life. Parang we'll never be ready unless we actually do it. Lagi, yun yung mindset ko noon pa. Yung iniisip ko, pag hindi ko sinimulan, oh, so kailan pa natin gagawin? And that's actually, na-mention ko, I'm very multi-passionate. It's like, it's a gift, but it can also be a curse. Na, ang
Naman kita
kasi,
dyan, Coach.
oo, it's a gift, but it can also be a curse. Kasi ako pag naisip ko, okay, kaya kong gawin. Gagawin ko talaga. So, yun talaga, sabi ko, okay, pag ginawa ko to, I believe all things will follow. Laging ganon yung mindset ko. And I feel like never akong nag-worry sa if I will be ever good enough. Kasi, ano ako eh, parang the way I see it is that the more that I practice, eventually like I'm gonna get there. I'm really gonna get there even before kasi when we started. Ito just to give you some gist, di ba I graduated marketing. So, me doing social media marketing parang, okay, may credibility tayo kasi may degree. But when I started my restaurant, dun na ako nag-doubt na, okay, kaya ko ba to? Kasi I didn't take up culinary or HRM. Tapos, yung first hire ko, one of my first few hires, ano siya, graduate siya ng culinary. The other one, galing sa cruise ship. Sabi ko, oh my God, it takes so much skill to start cooking. And,
True.
oo, until, like, siguro months later, sabi ko sa head chef ko before, sabi ko, hala, ano, parang kulang tayo ng manpower. Kaya ko ba magkusina? And she was like, hindi, kaya mo yan. Kaya mo yan. Tapos hanggang sa, okay, ako na yung nagkukusina. Tapos up until now, siguro, one of the hats I'm wearing is that I'm also a chef. In-embrace ko na, like, okay, chef ka na rin. Kasi one of my pride and joys talaga na habang lumalaki yung resto, like, tsaka tumatagal, it's like, karamihan doon recipe ko na. So sabi ko, okay, kaya ko naman pala eh. Tapos ako rin nagtitrain sa mga nagluluto namin. It's like, I know the standard na. So, ayun, I really believe na uh, parang whenever we doubt ourselves, mas matututo tayo the more that we do it. Like, it just starts from simply starting na the activity na, okay, kaya ko to. Try lang natin. Tapos, if interesado pa ako, sige, go. Pursue natin. And I think
So,
like,
yan.
same with di ba? With online businesses, like service-based businesses, na before, kasi, kaya ako nag-transition into full funnel strategy was because na-realize ko na, okay, kaya ko naman pala yung multi-skilled. Multi-skilled ako. And one of my biggest
Mm-mm.
before, bago ako mag-dive into other offers, was that takot akong humawak ng ads. As in-avoid ko siya for the longest time. A lot of my clients were asking me na, hey, Tia, can you manage our ads? Tapos lagi ko hinihindian. Kasi feeling ko magfe-fail. Tapos I don't wanna charge money for something that will fail. And until I was forced to do it kasi I have a business. So I was forced to
Mm.
learn ads. Kahit na ang dami kong courses na binigay ng previous coaches ko for free just for me to learn ads. Lahat sila pinipilit ako mag-ads. Pero yun, because of my business, natuto akong mag-ads. Tapos, yun, yung partner ko, my fiance, kasi siya, he does digital advertising, Facebook ads, Google ads, he does it for a living. Tapos sabi niya, try mo lang, tapos i-guide kita. Sabi ko, okay, sige. So, eto ako, kumuha ko ng advertising client. Sabi ko, shucks, kaya ko ba to? And eventually, okay naman yung results. So, feeling ko talaga, nagbi-build up lang yung confidence. The more that, the more that you do it. It's like sa una lang siya scary na, okay, baka hindi ko to kaya. Pero once you tried it, tapos okay naman pala, it gets easier day by day.
Agree, coach. Kasi ako actually, galing akong interior design. Di ba ang layo? Marketing
Oo.
tas interior design. Pero kasi I believe sa sarili ko na creative person ako. So, sinubukan ko lang talaga din tong social media marketing and management. So, it's true, nakakatakot na rin sa umpisa, lalo na kapag wala kang idea doon, hindi ka familiar. Pero along the way, pag na-try mo na siya, tapos napapractice mo talaga araw-araw, talagang mag improve na lang din yung skills mo, tsaka yung confidence. So, ang gandang nito, reminder sa lahat na pag feeling nyo, di nyo kaya, itry nyo lang. Okay lang kung hindi okay yung results. At least sumubok ka, di ba? So, ayan, Coach, thank you so much for sharing yung story about that. And nakaka-relate din ako kasi dun sa part na multi-passionate. Kasi feeling ko kasi, sabi nila, yung Sagittarius and Gemini na zodiac signs, sisters sila. So, nakaka-relate ako sa part na dami mong gustong gawin. Kasi actually, ganyan rin ako. So, sila Erica and Lay, taga-awat ko lang sa agency namin. So, pag may new idea ako or may gusto kong gawin, sabi na, wait lang girl, may ano pa tayo, may sinet tayong goal this month, this quarter. Kalma ka lang muna. So, ayan. So, thank you so much, Coach Tay, sa first wave ng ating questions. Ngayon, ipapasok ko naman siya kay Lay. So, Gora na Lay.
Thank you so much. Actually, coach, grabe ka kasi una, yung ikaw yung nagtitrain dun sa cook nyo, which is wow. Ang layo kasi hindi ka naman chef. Pero, ikaw yung... Girl, kasi nakakain ako sa restaurant niya, te. Masarap. Kaya hanggang ngayon, hindi ko nalilimutan yung lasa. Masarap talaga. Tapos,
Pupunta tayo before the year
yeah,
end.
Yes.
coach,
Dapat, dapat.
sa amin, ako talaga yung may jablo sa tiyan. So, ako yung laging nagyayaya kumain. Parang food is my love language. Pero hindi ako yung tagaluto. Ako lang talaga yung tagakain. So, so yun. And then, so, to think na hindi ka naman cook, pero ikaw yung nagturo, tapos ang sarap pa ng food, ang galing niya. Tapos pangalawa, coach, na nabanggit to ni Filian before, na-mention ko tuloy si Filian, nabanggit to ni Filian before na ang alam ko, nag-hire kayo ng influencer marketers to really make your brand known, which is yung food business mo. If I get it right, parang yun ata yung una mong physical store na food, no?
Yes.
Restaurant ng steaks and sip.
Yeah. Yes.
Ang galing. So, in-influencer marketing niya mo yun. Tapos sumika siya sa Baguio. Galing.
Natakam na tuloy ako.
Kaya
Diba?
Kwento ka lang ni Lay.
akala ko nga din yung yogurt ni Coach Day sa dito lang. Sa Baguio din pala.
Diba, ang layo? Hindi.
Kaya nga.
Ang sarap. Ang
Lipat ka
lalayo.
na dito, coach. Pinalipat.
Diba? So, going back, coach, curious kami since ang alam ko may partner ka ngayon. Yun yung, ang alam ko, father ng bunso. So,
Yes.
paano kanya nasusuportahan, coach? And for you, para sa'yo, paano mo masasabing nararamdaman mo yung support? What does it look like for you?
Good question. Oo nga, no? So, I think he supports me in a lot of things. Pero kasi, giver kasi siya eh.
Hmm.
So, giver siya. So, in terms of support, fully present naman siya. Like, of course, financially, tapos lahat ng needs namin na provide. Pero at the same time, emotionally din. Kasi ako, hindi ko alam yung, I don't know how to describe my personality, pero ang bilis kong ma-trigger, ang bilis kong ma-frustrate. Na, kunwari simpleng, lang, sobrang stress na ako. Tapos mamaya nagmumukmuk na ako, iiyak na ako. Ganon. So siya naman, very understanding na, yun, he really talks to me. Tapos pagtatay, oh, is there something wrong? He tries to listen. So, ganon. That's the way he supports me. Tapos, at the same time, kasi we're gonna get married soon. Naniniwala talaga ako na, love doesn't, hindi tayo mapapakain ng pag-ibig. So, important talaga sa akin na, nag-share din financially. Tapos, ang dami kasi naming gastos eh. Like, especially when you have, ilang years na ba kami living together? Almost 3. So, once you have, once you try living with another person, parang it's something new. So, ko, okay, kailangan ko ng kahati sa ganito. So, ang dami naming bills. And, yun, I really appreciate him kasi, yun, hindi lang ako, like, hindi kami hati. Mas malaki yung sa kanya. O, diba? Kasi at least I get to save cash and at the same time, may extra cash ako para laruin sa business, ganon. So, yeah, that's the way he supports me.
Kaya pala ang blooming mo, coach. Nalabas na yung feminine energy mo. Which is
Ang
ang galing
ganda.
kasi usually pag single mom ka, more on masculine energy ka kasi nasa provider era mo ikaw. So,
Oo.
ang galing, coach. Na-curious ako, coach. Wala to sa set of question. Anong zodiac sign ng husband mo? ng fiancé mo pala?
Virgo.
Oh, wow!
Oh,
Tignan mo,
Virgo.
nakita mo ba yung pattern? Lagi natin ito pinag-uusapan, Erica. Yung mga
Puro earth sign ang
great
partner.
providers talaga sila. Tapos present din sila emotionally. Ay,
Ay.
naman ako
Ganun
level
ba?
ng Virgo. Yeah, like,
Ganun Virgo.
yeah, alam mo, coach, napansin namin may pattern yung Virgo. Magaling sila sa workplace. Sila yung pinaka-reliable na I wouldn't say employee kasi yung iba boss sila eh. Pero like
Sila yung favorite ko.
yeah, consistent
Favorite.
very
Totoo.
very supportive. Tapos most times pag nagsabi sila ng gagawin nila, may follow through talaga.
Totoo.
Ang galing, pwede pala ang air sign at ang Virgo. Yan, may pag-asa, sabihin ko sana, may pag-asa ka pa, Jabel, ako lang pala yung air sign dito. May pag-asa pa ako, char. So, yun na, Coach. Bali, next naman, Coach, meron ka bang fondest memories sa mga anak mo? Yung talagang natatandaan mo?
Fondest memory, dalawa, okay. Yung sa panganay, yung first day of school. So,
Hmm.
ako kasi, yung biggest promise ko na sa kanya when she was little is that, si ko, okay, one day I will send you to a good school. Yun talaga yung biggest promise ko. Kasi parang, di ba, ang lungkot kaya raising a kid alone. Tapos she's a pandemic baby. So, final 2018, October 2018. Oh, di the next year nag-pandemic. So, yun talaga biggest promise ko. Tapos, nung, in-enroll ko siya. Tapos, naka-uniform. Tapos, ko, oh my gosh, it's like, yun yung parang I made it moment na-send ko siya to an international school. Tapos, naka-uniform siya, tapos mapasok siya, tapos kinukumusta siya, kinukumusta ako ng teacher niya. So, yun yung fondest memory ko. And, siguro it will also be a legacy kasi, ah, ako feeling ko lang na where you send your kids, dun magde-develop yung upbringing niya. So, ayun, sabi ko, okay, grateful ako and at the same time, proud ako sa self ko na, oh my God, kinaya ko isend yung anak ko to a good school. Sa bunso naman, fondest memory ko sa kanya is nung nag-start siyang, actually hindi eh, nag-start siyang maglakad, okay lang yun eh. Pero nung na-realize ko na I raised her to have love for animals. I have pets kasi. So, yung panganay ko, wala kaming pets noon kasi, malayo siya sa pets namin. So, hindi siya mahilig sa pets. Pero yung pangalawa ko, she grew up with my first kitten. Tapos bigla naging dalawa yung cats namin. Tapos nakikita niya ako na okay, maalaga sa cats. Until kwan siya, siguro 3 months old, gumagano na siya sa pusa. Sabi ko, uy, ang bait naman. Tapos until now, we also have, so meron kaming isa pang dog. So we got a dog last year. So tatlo na silang fur babies ko. So lahat nun, nakita ko siya one morning. Pinalabas ko lahat ng cats, tsaka yung dog namin. Tapos kinuha niya yung dog food, tsaka yung cat food. Pinapakain niya silang lahat. Sabi ko, ang cute naman. Sabi ko, uy. Buti na lang, ayun, na-develop ko sa kanya. And siguro, sa ugali rin niya, ewan ko kung if it's inborn or adopted.
Hmm.
Pero, ayun, those are my fondest memories of my kids.
Oh my God, favorite portion ko to. Ang cute. Yung first of all, Coach, ano sasabihin mo, Jabel? Go.
Maging vet yung second child
Oo,
ni Coach Tay.
Na-predict na.
Possible.
kaya nga eh.
Oo nga, no? Malay nyo.
O kaya magtayo siya
Possible.
ng animal shelter. Oh, bongga.
Oo.
Kasi 'di ba, feeling ko magiging business owner din yung mga anak niya. So may fund sila pang tayo ng
Yes, perfect.
Yeah. Naalala ko, Coach, fondest memory mo yung first day sa school. Alam mo bang natatandaan ko lang first day sa school ko, umiiyak ako, nagmamakaawa ako sa nanay ko, huwag niya ako iwan dun sa school. Hindi ko kilala kahit sino. Tapos, ano ba, Coach, yung sa province kasi ako lumaki, sa Bulacan. So, yung yung memory ko nung bata ako, nakakatawa kasi kung natuturuan mo yung anak mong magmahal ng pusa, akong ginagawa ko dati, binabato ko yung pusa sa damuhan.
No!
Yun. Hindi ko maalam na masama yun. So, marunong ako mag-alaga ng aso kasi nakita ko yung mga tita ko nag-aalaga ng pusa. Pero yung kuya ko kasi madami kami magkakapatid, parang apat kami, nung naalaga ng mama ko. Pero 5 kami in total. Pero imagine, na 4 na bata, alaga mo. So, hindi ko i-expect na kaya niya kaming turuan. Although, pinapagalitan niya kami, wag magbato ng pusa. Pero di naman kasi niya kami nakikita 24/7. Ang dami kasi namin. Yung kuya ko, nakita ko nagbabato siya ng kitten. Tapos ako din, ako din. Pala yun, alam mo, parang nag-high school ako, parang, oh my gosh, siguro ang dami kong karma kasi nagbabato ko ng pusa nung bata ako. Pero honest mistake siya. Hindi ko siya in-expect na masama pala yun, na nakakamatay pala yun, or nakakapilay or something. Yun, pero lahat ng mga sisiw na binibili ko na tagpipiso dati, kinakain ng mga nanay nila. So,
Nabawian ka na doon. Quits na kayo.
iniiyakan ko yun. Mag-uuwi ako ng kulay pink na sisiw. Tapos papagalitan ako ng mama ko. Yung pugo, naabutan ko ba yun, Coach Tay? Yung pugo?
Ah,
Hindi ko alam kung meron nun sa private school, pero sa amin na public meron.
may color ba?
Oo, may color. Tapos biglang
Color pink.
magugulat na lang ako, nakalabas siya, tapos hindi ko na siya nakita, tapos kinunguya na siya ng mga pusa.
Oh
So,
no.
yeah, kasi province siya eh. So, parang medyo wild ng mga hayop doon. And then dito, Coach, speaking of, baka maging vet yung anak mo, what do you want them to be? Or ano yung do you hope na value na meron sila when they grow up?
Ano ba? Feeling ko it's gonna be resilience pa din. So, resilience na parang matyaga sila. Pero, ang funny kasi yun yung gusto kong value. Pero, yung panganay ko kasi, ang bilis ma-frustrate. Sabi ko, oh my God, paano ko ba to ititrain maging resilient? Yung parang, ang bilis niya mag-give up na parang pag ayoko na, ayoko na. Very stubborn. Kaya, I wish na sana maging resilient sila.
Taurus yan, Coach, yung panganay mo?
Ano ba siya? Ano, kailan ba birthday niya? October
Comment ko pa lang
13.
sana eh.
Hindi ko alam. Basta October 13.
Scorpio?
Scorpio. Bakit
Libra.
pag Scorpio?
Libra yun.
Alita ba?
Scorpio.
Ako,
Scorpio
pinagsama ko
ba?
kayo ng
Libra.
Gemini at
Hindi ko
Libra.
alam.
Hindi, Coach, lalabas yung ano niyan, resilience na pagtanda.
Sana. Kasi ngayon yung ugali niya ngayon. Ay, nako. Ang bilis.
Mabilis magsawa talaga, Coach, kasi Libra din ako eh. Akala din ng mama ko wala akong pag-asa nung bata ako, pero meron naman nung tumanda. So, dito naman, Coach. Ayun, tapos na pala yung portion ko. So, sobrang thank you kasi in-entertain mo yung mga questions ko and ilalibang ako dun sa mga shinare mo. And for me, ito yung favorite part ko kasi sobrang heartwarming nung memories mo with your children. Bali, next, Coach, I will hand over the floor now to Erica.
Ayan, thank you, Lay. So, ito, yung first question. Wala nang filter. Pero maganda. Sobrang natuwa ako dun sa first day of school na kwento. Like, ang dami ko ring episode. Like, parang core memory ko sa school na hanggang ngayon hindi ko pa makakalimutan. In another episode, ano yung mga, first day of school stories. Anyway, so yung first question ko, Coach Day, you shared earlier na yung parang medyo na-achieve mo somehow yung dream mo before to like start businesses. Pero, what did success mean to you before? And how did that change over time?
Oh, I really like this question. Sobrang siya, aligned siya ngayon sa situation ko.
Uh,
Pero yeah, initially kasi, the way that I viewed success, money lang, na okay, if I got a lot of money, successful na ako. And siguro na-adapt ko siya, siguro when I was a teenager up to my early 20s. But, ngayon na, syempre, pa-30s na ako. I'm currently 27. Nag-iba siya. And naramdaman ko talaga siyang nag-iba nung napanganak yung second child ko. Kasi right now, yung mas pinipili ko na lang yung comfort and peace na over money. Okay, if comfy ako, okay na ako. And alam mo yung habang ako right now, like the more that I age, kasi di ba before, sobrang nagkukuripot ako na, okay, pag nagkuripot ako, feeling ko makakasave ako ng X amount in 365 days. So let's say if I don't buy expensive coffee, I would save 200 times 365. O di ang laki ng savings. Pero as I got older, tapos yun na, syempre we move out from my parents' house. Parang I would really pay for convenience na. Na okay, if I get to have groceries delivered to my doorstep with an added fee, I don't mind. O kaya if mapapadali yung buhay ko, paying for like additional 50, additional 100, 100 pesos, okay ako. If I get to buy coffee, tapos I will be productive for the next 6 hours, okay ako. I'd be willing to spend. So, ayun talaga, there are a lot of things kasi that money cannot buy. So yun na, like comfort. A good example kasi before we moved to this house that we are in right now, we live in a small apartment. So it was a three bedroom apartment. Maliit lang talaga siya. Tapos medyo comfy naman kami pero hindi kami at peace knowing na okay, ang liit ng space pag umiyak yung isang bata, pag nagmuryat yung panganay. Like, ang hirap i-control kasi maririnig mo lang from the other room. Like, ang liit talaga. Pero when we moved to this house, parang may privacy. And at the same time, yung neighborhood kasi namin, puro trees. Like, paglabas mo, wow, nature. So, yun talaga, sabi ko, okay, hindi, I mean, yeah, we paid for the house, pero I realized na iba talaga yung difference when you have comfort na payapa ka. Ano ba? Things that money can't buy. Yun, that you feel safe. So, ayun. Yun yung biggest takeaways ko. Na okay, nagbabago pala. Like, it's not all about money. Oh, ito pa. Before kasi, I would take on client after client, like so many clients all at once, just to hit my ideal income. So yun, sabi ko, okay, sige, lahat ng clients batan niyo sa akin. Tapos I didn't mind if I would work extra hours, mapuyat ako. Syempre, mag-aalaga pa ako. Maliit pa panganay ko nun. Aalaga pa ako ng bata, tapos mag-work pa ako. So, I would work on weekends. Pero now, na hindi ko na masyadong binavalue yung money, is that, naging picky na ako, na parang, okay, madaling mag-no na, you're asking me to work graveyard. Hindi ko kaya yun. Aayawan ko yun kahit magkano pa yung pay. It would be an easy no for me. O kaya, if hindi lang, uh, like, yung offer, hindi siya fit sa terms ko, na okay, kailangan tutok ako, magta-time tracker ako. Ayoko yun. Kasi paano ko mag-aalaga ng bata? Paano ko susunduin yung anak ko if gusto ko magsundo man? So, alam mo yun, na I think yun din, it's different din kasi pag habang tumatanda ka. Oo, nakikita mo yung real value na okay, hindi lang pala cash yung basehan ng success. It also, comfort din, your own wellness, na okay ka.
Ayun, I love it. Actually, same. Nakaka-relate kaming tatlo doon kasi parang isa din yun sa parang current realization, especially like late last year, like to this year. Parang may mas value dun sa ano talaga yung gusto natin or ano talaga yung important sa buhay natin. First, like parang chasing like parang an income goal, more clients, more opportunities per se. Parang if you realize na ito lang pala yung priorities ko and masaya ako with this. Parang mas may contentment in life and we also have space for self-love, self-care, ganyan. 'Di ba? Ang ganda. So, ayun. Thank you for that, Coach Tay. Your next question is, what is something that you wish more people know about being a mom and also having the career that you're proud of?
About being a mom and having a career. Huh,
Yeah. 'Di ba?
I wish people knew. Siguro, ah, wala talagang balance. Oo, wala talagang balance. Kahit i-force mo na, ay, gusto ko ng perfect routine. So, I think it's really about learning how to embrace imperfection. Na, di ba kasi we see a lot of, ako yung mga nakikita ko online, we see a lot of people na okay, steady yung routine nila every day, every morning. Pero once you become a mom, ang daming uncertainties eh. Hindi lahat ng ideal timelines mo masusunod. And that was a hard reality for me to accept. Kasi before having kids, wala siya sa plano ko eh. Like, I didn't plan to have kids. It just happened. Tapos yun nangyari. Dream ko talaga before ako mag-freelance, gusto ko matry ano, climb the corporate ladder. So, baliktad na yung iba gusto mag-freelance. Ako gusto kong ma-experience mag-climb the corporate ladder. Pero, it didn't happen. And lagi minsan umiiyak ako dati sa parents ko na, yung sabi ko, dapat nag-corporate ako, dapat nagta-travel ako, pero right now, hindi ko nakikita na magagawa ko siya. So, yun yung kinakatampo ko sila. Sa kanila before, nung wala pa, hindi pa clear yung vision ko. But, yun na, I think when I had my second child, it's like mas naging mature ako and stable ako. Kasi I got to accept na, okay, hindi lahat ng gusto ko or hindi lahat ng timeline sa utak ko masusunod. Kasi nga, yun na, nagbuntis ako. So, I have to take a rest. Hindi naman ako pwedeng, okay, maggigil-gigil tayo sa business. Kakapanganak nga, kakabuntis na, paano gagawin yun? Hindi naman kaya ng body ko. So, ayun, what else pa ba? I really realize na to embrace, yun na, imperfection is, na-mention ko earlier nga, with schedules talaga, yun na, mahilig ako mag-time block na ito, ganito, ganyan. Tapos before, pag hindi ko masunod, busit na ako, init na ng ulo ko sa lahat na, dapat ganito yung ginagawa ko eh. Ganon. But, yun na, parang na-train yung utak ko. Pag naging mom ka, mas matitrain yung utak mo na to be creative with your time, with your schedule. Tapos, matitrain ka din to appreciate na, baka nangyari tong hindi ko ine-expect kasi ito pala yung mangyayari. So, ganon, yun talaga. Like, for example, pag yung, ah, yung bunso ko, tapos, magta-tantrums siya. Tapos, biglang hindi papasok yung nanny namin. So, yung mangyayari, lahat ng na-time block ko for work, may
Cancel.
date, cancelled lahat. So sabi ko, shucks, pwede akong magwala, pero pwede akong magmuriot. Kasi wala na yun na plano ko the night before or a week before. Pero instead, I see it na, okay, sabi ni Universe, mag-alaga ka ng bata, mag-spend time ka with the kids. Tapos yun, na-appreciate ko na lang na, okay, maybe this happened for a reason na, kasi no matter how prepared you are, kung may tadhana talagang mangyayari, mangyayari talaga siya. Like, hindi mo makokontrol eh. So you just have to, I just have to control my emotions based on what's happening. Ayun, ang dami.
Grabe, ang wise. Medyo mahirap yun yung mag-control ng emotions to like manage and
Sobra.
stay grounded, di ba?
Sobra.
Ang
It's a
hirap.
test of patience.
Yeah.
Sobra na-test yung patience ko. Tapos sometimes naiinis ako sa sarili ko kasi pag na-angry ako, sabi ko, oh my God, para na ako yung nanay ko. Sabi ko, pag nagnanagger ako, kasi nagger ako eh, as a parent. Nagger talaga ako pag nakarinig sa akin yung mga anak ko. Sabi ko, shucks, parang yung nanay ko na to.
Naulit na.
Naulit na.
Pero yun, siguro Coach Tay, curious ako, what is something na gusto, parang, what is something that you would want to tell the you before, from few years ago, who was just getting started? Ano yung wisdom or parang reminder na mabibigay mo sa kanya from now?
Stay patient and don't be too attached with your dreams. Ah,
Ah, alright.
pero, pero totoo. Even until now, na parang, lagi kong message yun sa sarili ko. Kasi, minsan yung mga hindi mo ine-expect, yung mga hindi mo plano, they turn out to be what's best for you. Na, yun na, di ba mention ko na dati parang kina-question ko yung parents ko na, umiiyak ako, ba't di ako makatravel, chu. Only to realize right now na, okay, my clients will send me to places pala naman. Like, ba't pa ako nagko-complain? Tapos yung mga gastos namin sa restaurant, it enables us to buy free plane tickets. Sabi ko,
Oh,
ba't ako magrereklamo? It's like, parang one day, everything will make sense. Maybe hindi ngayon, like, okay, malabo pa. Tapos, alam mo yung feeling mo nag-shift yung reality mo. Tapos, parang, why is everything falling apart? Only to realize na, nati-tear down yung current reality mo to make space for the better one.
ang ganda, kinilabutan ako. Parang sobrang nag-resonate. Lalo na for us, parang, of course, sa age natin, even until now, parang ang daming opportunities, ang dami nating nakikita on social media, ang daming ganito, especially if you're part of a community na parang sobrang dali mag-compare ng sarili. Tapos parang yung reminder mo na is to not complain because of kung ano yung situation at the moment, but to like believe na eventually magme-make sense din yung journey na to, and yung kung ano talaga yung para sa atin will come for us. Ang ganda. Sobrang wise. Wise mo, Coach Tay. So, ito na. Actually, last question ko na to sa'yo. What is a message that you would love to like leave for other moms who feel invisible, who feel unheard, or parang maybe they want to explore parang a career that they want to like matagal na, tapos natatakot lang sila to go for it kasi mahirap nga. Ayun.
Ano ba? Ano ang biggest message ko to moms who want to dive in, who want to explore? Oh, ito. I think it's one thing that I learned from a fellow parent too. And it didn't come from me. Kasi we have this cook, one of our chefs. She's actually 40 plus years old. Tapos I asked her, oh, Nay, gano'n ka nakatagal nag-work? Sabi niya, almost 10 years. So sabi ko, ha? Eh di paano yan? Late ka nag-start mag-work. Sabi niya, oo, nag-work lang ako nung lumaki na yung anak ko. Tapos, siya yung nagbantay. And nung medyo malaki na yung kids niya, doon na siya nag-start. Tapos, at the back of my mind, sabi ko, oh, ano, like, we shouldn't, as a mom, you shouldn't rush things na darating rin yung time mo. And it might be painful right now, pero darating talaga yung time. But for me, I think what made it work, kaya ko nagawa lahat all at the same time, it's because I embrace support. It really takes a village to raise kids, to raise a kid. Ako nga kids na eh, dalawa. So, it was a hard lesson for me na, uy, dapat tanggapin mo lahat ng support. Kasi before, iniisip ko, when I was a single mom, iniisip ko, uy, ako lahat, kaya ko to, kaya ko to, kaya ko to. Until I learned how to accept support. And I only learned that when my digital business was growing. Kasi wala pa akong physical business noon. So, parang 1 year old yung anak ko nung nag-grow yung digital business ko. Tapos, doon na ako nag-accept ng support from people around me. Like, if my mom will volunteer na, okay, ako muna mag-alaga ng anak mo, tas mag-work ka dyan, I would happily accept it. If my sisters volunteer na, okay, sila muna mag-alaga, I would happily accept it. Hindi ako magdadamot na, ay, hindi, kaya ko yan, kaya ko yan.
Mm.
I really embrace support na parang, independent kasi ako eh. Like, me as an independent person, before, I didn't like asking for help. Feeling ko superwoman ako. Feeling ko kaya ko lahat. Pero yun, as time went by, talagang I accept it. Kung ano yung dad ko, bibigay ng financial support, magte-thank you ako. Hindi ko sasabihin, ay hindi, kaya ko yan. Hindi, tatanggapin ko. And yeah, I think it's like a feminine side na okay, you have to accept. Pero for me, it was very hard. Tapos, yun na, accepting na hindi ko kaya gawin lahat. So, as much as possible, kailangan, ako the way I see it, I need the best support na kailangan ko. And happy ako kasi I got it. Like yung fiancé ko, full support na, okay, nasa stress ka dyan. Let's get you a yaya to help you with taking
Ah,
the kids and taking care of the household. Tapos, alam mo yun, hindi na kasi basic stuff like the laundry na yung iba iniisip, ay, nasa stress ako sa mga labada. Nasa stress ako sa, sa yung huhugasan na pinggan. Like, these chores, it can wait naman. So, ayun. Yeah, get the most support that you need and at the same time, just be patient.
ang ganda. Sobrang relate dun sa pag-accept ng support. Kasi, I mean, personally, I don't know if si Jebel and Layden would have felt that way before. Pero kapag kasi may nag-offer ng help, parang feeling ko hindi ko nagagawa yung best ko. Parang nakuha niyang nakita niya siguro may lapse ako or parang may mali sa akin kaya nag-offer ng help. Pero minsan kasi with good intention naman yung other people. Kaya sila nag-offer. Kaya yun din yung pinapractice ko din personally, like my intentionally na kapag may nag-offer, ganyan, oh, sige, thank you. Pag may nagbigay kahit gift, ganyan-ganyan, thank you. I mean, yung gratitude talaga, it kind of changes the perspective on a lot of things. So, yeah, ayun lang. Thank you so much, Coach Tay, for answering yung questions ko. So, for the next part, we're closing na. Lay will take over. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Parang ito na yata yung favorite episode ko. Ang daming wisdom. Bale, yung top 3 na lesson na napulot ko is yung una is hindi talaga magiging balance lahat. I really love this kasi ikaw na may 2 anak, 3 physical business, and may digital business ka pa. So there are a lot of things that you're juggling. And sinabi mo dito na kailangan na mag-adjust ka if you really want something. So, which is what you're doing now. And may times na mas magiging needy si business, as may times din na mas magiging needy si family. And what you're doing is you're not trying to balance everything, pero more on nagsiset ka ng priorities and inuuna mo kung ano ba yung pinaka kailangan yung presence mo at the moment. I really love that. Tapos yung pangalawa is yung confidence. It builds up the more that you do it. And it gets easier day by day. Ang galing nito kasi marami ngayon, especially moms, na takot mag-try because sinasabi nila hindi sila confident. Pero the thing is, you don't need to be confident. Hindi
Yeah.
talaga. You just have to do it. Tapos you just build the confidence over time. And yung third na lesson na nagustuhan ko is yung the meaning of success changes over time as you grow. Kasi nandito kami sa phase ngayon na ganito. And your priorities change over time din. Cash is not the only definition of success. Kailangan mo din isipin yung comfort. So, kasi kami before, di ba lalo na, I'm pretty sure na pagdaanan mo to, coach, yung sa sobrang gusto mong maging successful, lahat na lang ng opportunity tinake mo. Tapos
Yes.
ang nangyari, imbis na umandar ka ng mabilis, mas lalo ka pang bumagal. Kasi masyado kang napabagal nung opportunities na hindi pala sa'yo dapat at the moment. Pero ginrab mo siya out of hope to get faster dun sa goal mo. So, ang galing, kasi dito, sinabi mo na mas mabilis ka ng mag-no ngayon. Kapag nakikita mo na may mga isa-sacrifice ka na hindi na according dun sa priorities mo in life. Like yung pang-graveyard, ganyan, or yung pay na hindi siya according dun sa workload, tapos may matitake na time sa'yo. So, ang ganda ng mga yon. Bali, yun lang for me. Javel, you go na.
Yan. Dami namin natutunan for today, Coach Day. Thank you so much sa mga shinare mo. At to add lang, sabi kasi sa isang program na pinuntahan ko this year, if you really want to experience abundance in your life, learn to accept yung mga tulong na binibigay sa'yo. Just say
Yeah.
thank you. Ganun talaga siya. So, ayan, aside from that, learn to ask din help talaga. Kunyari walang tumutulong sa'yo, learn to ask help. Kasi minsan, yung mga taong hinihingan mo ng tulong, sila talaga yung makakapagbigay sa'yo ng abundance pa in life. So, ayan. So, ayan, Coach Day, before we end this episode, we would like to ask, saan ka ba nila pwedeng i-follow? May mga upcoming projects and programs na ba this season? Sige, go.
Follow me on Instagram na lang. So, that's Socialite. At Socialite, Sociallytey. So, at Socialite. Tapos, meron rin akong newsletter. So, you can join at www.teaperalta.com. So, magkakadikit lang. So, www.teaperalta.com. And, of course, plug ko na rin yung food businesses namin. So, meron kami dito sa Baguio. Visit Steak and Sip. So, we are located at Nevada Square. And katabi niya si Vino Ara by Steak and Sip if you want a chill date night. And in Bonifacio, we have our yogurt shop. That's Match Made PH. So, it's half matcha, half yogurt. So, that's Match Made PH. Ayun lang.
Yan. So, thank you so much, Coach. Ayan, visit nyo na yung social si Coach at kanyang food businesses. So, ayan, nagugutom na kami dahil doon. And i-flash na lang natin sa screen. Ayan, bongga. So, ayan, thank you so much sa lahat ng mga nanonood, ng mga moms. We see you, we appreciate you, and we love you. Sana bawnin nyo yung lahat ng mga reminders, lessons, and stories na share ng ating mga 3 guests for this series. So please don't forget to follow our podcast and our page MGN Social Suite on all platforms, and we share social media tips for freelancers and entrepreneurs. That's it for today. Big hugs. Happy Mother's Day ulit mga mama. Bye!